Hello everyone. We are starting a new chapter here. The chapter name is Querying the Data. So basically, we are here trying to extract the necessary data from the tables. So very first topic under this chapter is select statement. Let's see in detail what this select statement is used for. Whenever you will see SQL queries, most of the time you will find there the select statement, which is used to select or retrieve the data from one and more table in a database or from a database. If you see, this is a table and we have four columns: column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. Let me get this maybe laser point, and then so the syntax is here. Very first syntax says select the asterisk. So whenever you see asterisk, that means you are selecting all columns, and then you write the from keyword and mention the source, which is your table name. So you are saying here select all the columns: column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4 from table name table. So what will be the result here? Let's see. In the results, it will print all the records for column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. What happens if you want to have only, let's say, first two columns? So how you will do that? Now the syntax is here. You are saying you will use select keyword, and after that you will mention your column names. Here we want column 1 and column 2, and then you will write from and mention whatever your table name. So here table name is table name, and let's see what will be the result. If you see the results, you got the column 1 and column 2 and all the rows for those. Let's do some exercises on select statement. So very first question is, we need to retrieve all the columns and records from the professor table. So if you see here, this is all the columns and from the professor table. Okay, let's start writing query for this particular exercise. Okay, this is our MySQL workbench, and we know that our professor table is under professor management database, right? So to select that database, we will use the statement use. So I will write here use and then professor underscore management, and then after that I will place the semicolon, right? Now let me copy that question just to make sure we have the question in. Now we will write select, and we need all the columns, so for that purpose we use asterisk, right? And from, what is the table name here? Table name is professors, right? I think everything looks right, so just select these statements and click on execute. Okay, now we're able to see all the records for in all the columns of professor table. So this was the answer for first question. Okay, our question number two is retrieve all the records from professor table, focusing only on the professor ID, first name, last name, and salary columns. So here we are trying to extract professor ID column, first name, last name, salary. These four columns from the professor table. So let's start writing the SQL query for this question number two. Question number two is we need to extract these four columns from the professor table, right? So I will write here the query. So here we'll say select, and then let's see, professor ID, first name, last name, and the salary, right? So I will just copy these things here, and after that I will write, let's say, form, and I will write table name is professors, right? And then I will use semicolon. Now when we execute this query, we just need these four columns and all the records, right? Let's click here on the execute. All right, everything looks great. We got the results. We have only four columns and all their rows or records. So that's all for this chapter. We have seen how to extract the necessary data using the select statement. So now in next chapter, we'll learn how to order the data based on or using column.